Today I'll be swapping out a 50-gallon natural gas water heater that is direct vented. The first thing that I do is I turn the water off to the house, I turn the gas off to the heater, and then I start the draining process of the tank. If you use a pump, it'll be way faster, but if you don't have one, you don't have to. Then I start just disconnecting every connection that it has at the top of the heater. I remove the water lines, I remove the vent, and I remove the gas line. If you have an old gas shutoff like the one here, make sure that it actually turns the gas off, because I see those go bad all the time, so you just want to make sure that it's actually going to shut the gas off. Which it would be obvious once you actually started to remove the gas pipe, you would hear the gas seeping out of it. But next, I get the vent stubbed in through the outside wall. I don't put the cap on the outside yet, so I can slide that vent in and out. And then I start prepping the top of the tank of the heater. I put the brass T on first because when that vent is on, I won't have room to actually twist that T around. And this T that I'm using with that brass nipple is for the expansion tank. Here in this area, we can support expansion tanks with pipe. It doesn't have to be strapped. And you can see this house is ran in PEX water lines, but you cannot run PEX to the top of a water heater when it's gas. You need to use code rated water lines for a gas water heater, such as copper, or you can use code approved flex lines. That's what I typically use. And in this area, they need to be 18 inches away from the heater. So these vents are the most challenging part of the install. There's just a lot of minor little things that you could miss that would actually keep the water heater from venting properly, which is very important. So here you have to make sure you silicone every connection, and every connection also needs 3 points of contact with a screw. And once that's in, the vent that actually goes through the wall has silicone straps that go over it. Those are those gray straps you see there. So I will put those in place and then screw it together, and then it's good to go. The manufacturer instructions on these also tell you all of this, and they make it very clear on what you're supposed to do. So that can actually be really helpful so you don't miss a step. These water heaters do come with this heat approved silicone, so you don't have to worry about buying that. I spray that silicone that I just applied with Windex. It makes for a cleaner wipe when you actually go to clean it off. It keeps the silicone in place where it's supposed to be, but wipes away all the excess without smearing and making a mess everywhere. Next, we actually start connecting the water. With these flex lines, you don't need to over tighten them. They do have a washer in them. That's what actually seals it, so you don't need Teflon tape or dope. You just get it hand tight with a few turns of the wrench. You don't want to over tighten it because you could actually break the washer that's inside and cause a leak. Then I install the expansion tank, get it on, and make sure that it's tight. And then before I insulate everything, I'll turn the water on and check for leaks before I cover it up with insulation so that I know it's good to go. After that, I install the relief pipe for the T&P valve there. I am required to strap it, so I strap it to the stand. And we are almost to the end here. We're just tying in this gas line. I had to use an old T. Could not find one at the supply house, but it works, so it is what it is. If you decide to actually touch gas, you need to make sure that you're actually tightening it and using a pipe wrench. I see a lot of times that people are just not tightening gas pipe enough. There's several turns that people miss out on, which causes a leak. It's something I see very frequently. Once I get the gas line completely done, I go to the burner and I turn it on and I light the pilot. Then I get the burner going. Then I'll check for gas leaks and make sure everything is good to go. Then I insulate the water lines as required. And then I go and install the cap. It's just sliding it in place and screwing it down, and then you're good to go. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this guide, please leave a like and comment and let me know what you think. Thank you.